So yeah, at first, please tell us everything about your musical education.
First, I started playing piano by ear when I was 4. I got this tiny piano toy as a gift for my 4th birthday, and since then I've been playing by ear. And then my parents realized that I have some talent, and they tried to get me into conservatories and institutes, and I was refusing. At the age of 12, I joined the conservatory in Jordan, my home country. And I started getting grades, grade 2, and then 6 and 7. I was skipping a lot, piano tuition and intuition and everything. And then I joined the school band, and I was getting more and more degrees in that area before my bachelor degree from Jordan. And after the bachelor degree, I got 2 degrees from France and from London for performance and musicology. They're equivalent to the higher diploma or the master's degree combined together. And yeah, so those are my degrees and my education.
What was your very first assignment as a film music composer?
My first assignment was a free film, actually. It was a short film that was silent, done by one of my director friends. And it was very interesting because the story was very moving. It was about a woman and a man that can't have children. So the woman starts pretending that the toy, the doll right there, is her child. So it was very emotional and very intense, all silent film. That was my first film I ever scored.
And are you still proud of that score?
I am definitely proud. Like when I look back, I go like, oh, I wish I did this, and I wish I did that. Of course, because it's been 10 years right now. But I was very proud because it was like a one-man show. So the director, he was also an actor on it, and the producer, and the editor, and he was doing everything. And I came along. He was with me in the studio the whole time. We scored the film, which was 10 minutes long. So it was a very interesting experience.
Wow. And yes, it's possible to see that movie?
Online, I believe he took it down because he wants to remake it. I can check with him if he's going to upload it again. I doubt that it's going to be online, but yeah, I'll let you know.
Oh, that would be great because it sounds interesting.
It's very nice, yeah.
Yeah, what would you say? Who are your personal or musical idols, if you have them?
I get this question a lot. Honestly, in each area, I would say I have a musical idol. Like John Williams, of course. He's the god of music in film composition. He can create so many genres, and he can just play with our emotions in a very smart way. So he's one of my idols. I really like the music of Thomas Newman. I really, really enjoy the music of Johan Johansson as well. I feel like each composer, they have their certain signature and their certain sound that, touches a different mood in me.
And I saw you on your Facebook page that you saw John Williams this month live. What was this for a feeling, and did you met him?
I didn't. I wasn't able to meet him backstage, but it was enough that I just saw him right there conducting the orchestra. It was very motivating because, honestly, this was my first film composition concert that I attend with the presence of the composer. So I have been to Danny Elfman concerts where they performed his music and everything else, but I wasn't able to meet the actual composer. And as I said already, John Williams, he's an 80-something-year-old gentleman who is just so passionate on stage, and everyone was standing in ovation when he was walking. I'm still getting goosebumps right now. He was just walking on stage, and everyone was standing and applauding and everything. So it was a very, very rare emotion.
And Danny Elfman is in Vienna this year.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I've never met him in person. I've never attended his concerts with his presence, but I attended his, a concert of his compositions back in D.C., in Washington, D.C., maybe 2 years ago, and it was phenomenal. So you guys, go for it.
I'm looking forward. So I'm at the concert next week, and so I'm very excited, and and I hope to meet him, to shake his hand, or perhaps let something sign. So
yeah, Yeah, you definitely should.
And yes, another concert in Hamburg. Don't know when exactly, but I think it's September 2 or the next year. I don't know. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
Hamburg has a
Wow.
lot of concerts with composers this and next year. Danny Elfman, James Newton Howard, David
You know what?
Arnold.
I'm very happy and actually proud of these composers that they are moving, like they're transitioning the music from behind the scenes, from the studio, the dark rooms, into stage. So people right now are getting more familiar with who's doing the music for that movie. I remember like back in the day, whenever I asked like, "Do you know James Horner?"
Yep.
And very few people would actually know who James
Wow.
Horner is, but they're of course very familiar with all his scores. But now like you can mention Hans Zimmer, John Williams, Danny Elfman, they're all having concerts, which is bringing a face to their music.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's
that's
amazing.
great. Yeah. So yeah, that was the very start of my show. Well, I want to make film music. Make free from movies. Just be like music. So for the people, okay, you know Pirates of the Caribbean, but did you know Hans Zimmer or you know Avatar and
Exactly.
Titanic and yeah, and so the last years it becomes more popular. And that's great. And so
I
yeah,
agree. Yeah,
mission
it's very
completed.
exciting.
And yeah, I've also read that you are a fan of James Horner. And yeah, what was your first experience with this music or movie in the theater?
So James Horner was actually, I would say he was the reason I got into film composition. When I was 11 or 12, this is when they first, as far as I remember, when they first opened the movie theaters in the capital of my home country, Amman. Amman is the capital and Jordan is my country. So when they did that, the first movie I ever saw in theaters was Titanic. So of course everyone was like, when the movie ended, everyone was like leaving. I just stayed until the end of the credits. Everyone was crying, and I was just like super emotional and happy because the music was just, I can't even explain it honestly. So I read his name in the credits, and I was like, this is an amazing job. And it never really occurred to me because we didn't have a movie industry in Jordan up until maybe 2005 or 2006. So I just like kept at it, like, you know, watching movies and checking out who's the composer, listening to them, you know, on getting the soundtracks from, you know, purchasing them or getting them online when later the internet became a thing. So yeah, he was just like an amazing composer. I love his music.
Oh yeah, and yeah, have you ever met him?
No, unfortunately.
Oh.
But my friend knows his wife. So at some point of time, I would love to just go there, like meet her and thank her. And yeah, because it's really sad that he's no longer with us to continue with that music, you know, legacy. But he left us so much good music.
Oh yeah, tons of good scores. Yeah, I love them all.
Tons in it, I know.
And so yeah, I'm very curious who will be score Avatar. So well yeah.
Me too. I know, me too.
Do you have a favorite instrument within or outside orchestra to compose or to play?
So usually when I'm composing, because piano is my main instrument, this is how I start. And then I start like compiling the arrangement and doing everything, the orchestration according to the piano part. I really love writing for the cello. I feel it's a very emotional and sensitive instrument to write for. I love ethnic instruments, of course, which is also my forte. Yeah, basically piano and cello, and of course the orchestra.
What is inspiring you?
I really don't know. It depends on what I'm working on. Like, for example, if I'm just like sitting down and I'm relaxing, maybe a scene in a movie that I'm watching would inspire me. Maybe just like, you know, seeing a flower or thinking a thought or something like that. On a bigger scale, what really inspires me is the stories of people around me. I feel that they contribute to the emotional library where I extract all these like emotions and I translate them into music. So the more people I meet, I feel that the more influence they have in my life musically.
What do you think is the best thing about composing?
Well, there are lots of best things about composition. So one thing that I really enjoy is that music is a very abstract language. So for example, I can be terribly sad and just write like this dramatic music, and it's so full of sorrow and everything. But then some person hears it and goes like, "Oh my God, this made my day. It's so beautiful." So I really like that my personal experience is not like reflected into other people. They can translate the music that I write according to their own personal experience. So that I like. Also, composition is very flexible. Like sometimes I can wake up at 2 a.m. and write, or 5 a.m. or just like 3 p.m. So you control your own time, and it's so much fun when you work with a bigger team, with orchestra, with orchestrators, with the director, with the producer. It's a very, like, it fills me with adrenaline when I'm in the studio, and I can literally spend 17 hours a day at least doing this without getting bored or tired.
Is it something that makes it less fun for you?
No, like so far, I haven't had any unfortunate experience in composition. I think that you create your own atmosphere and you create your own environment. So the more you learn, like for example, some composers have difficulty working with certain musicians. So that could be a difficulty or a challenge. But at the same time, it just like helps you build your team for the future. So you get to choose who you are loyal to, who you're going to hire next, or who you're going to work with next, even as a director or a project manager.
How is your approach in composing music? So what are the steps from the first notes to the complete score?
Well, it depends. Let's say I'm composing for a film. So the first step would be, of course, talking to the director, spotting, which is my favorite process, my favorite step in composition, where we decide which scene gets music and what kind of music and all that. And then I get the locked picture, like the actual footage and the video, the film, and I start improvising to it musically. And then I start adding instruments and then tweaking the theme and then tweaking the arrangement and then sending it over to my director and getting his notes. So it's like a back and forth process. It's very elastic, but it starts basically with discussing the vision with the director.
Great. And yeah, how many time did you get for, well, a movie in general?
Well, usually when I get, like for a documentary, usually it's 10 days up to a month, because documentaries are very tight with deadlines because they're tied with TV. So I would say documentaries are the shortest deadlines. Sometimes I get movies that I would score over a year, or video games or something. Other times the director wants the score in a month, or like recorded and mixed and mastered and everything. So it depends on our deadlines and where we're going to pitch that movie.
Do you like or enjoy writing whole themes for characters or settings, or do you try more to describe the mood of a movie?
I love theme music. I feel that I'm a very melodist person. I love writing melodies, and I enjoy relating melodies to characters. But sometimes you get those kind of movies where you don't want to like underestimate the intelligence of the audience, and you don't want to relate the character to a theme, where whenever you hear the theme, you know that the character is coming or showing up. So you just create the whole vibe for the movie, and the characters are just like very minor details.
What do you think? Is composing an art or a craft?
It's both, because if you don't have the art, you're not going to be able to develop a craft. No matter, like, if you keep practicing, if you keep like doing composition, trying here and there, I believe that you have to have the I wouldn't say the talent, but at least like the ear to know what you're writing and what you're doing. It's also like a craft, because the more hours you spend into it, the more people you meet in that industry, it's going to add to your learning experience and your professionalism. So it's a combination of both.
Congratulations to you on being chosen for the BMI Peter Carpenter Fellowship. What can you tell about this?
It was a very nice surprise, honestly, because I completely forgot that I even applied for this. And then when I got the call, I was like, oh my God, really? Are you serious? So it's going to be a fantastic opportunity because I got to be mentored by two of the greatest in the industry. Christopher Leonard's, I've been a fan of his scores like The Smurfs and Sausage Party forever. And Tim Wynn, of course, like they're both high-end composers that I would be privileged and honored to be working with them and being mentored by them. So I'm just like psyched.
Mm-hmm. Great. So about the post about you on the page from the Alliance for Women Composer, and so I thought, okay, new name, let's interview her. And then I listened to your music on SoundCloud, and wow, it's
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, it was like I feel like I got some more recognition after that. After that award, like, people start paying attention to your music and what you say and what projects you're working on. So that gave me like, some publicity, which is really good. And it's great.
On your website, I've read about your social project to help children with autism. What can you tell me about this project?
Right now, we're developing it. It's getting to the phase where it's finally happening because we've been working on it for a year and a half right now. So what it's going to be, I can't, of course, tell a lot about it, but it's going to be a product and an app where autistic children are able to communicate and network and chat with children in general. So, because most of the times they're like more introverts in their own bubble. And with today's technology, you feel like everyone else is really like, just they have their faces buried in those apps and everything. Mm-hmm. So we thought, why not have people communicate with each other? And at a later stage, when they become adults, we're going to connect them to employers because, the employment opportunity for autistic children is not very high. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to work on that as well.
Wow. Sounds great, yeah?
Yeah.
Because, I think the most people have a little bit, kind of a fear, I don't know. And so, yeah.
It's because they don't understand. Like, I think autism is one of the very underrated, like, I don't know what the word is, but people are not very familiar with what autism really means. Mm-hmm. So the word scares them. Some people even think that it's a contagious, illness or something like that. But it's just like a disorder, just like every other disorder. Mm-hmm. So... yeah, with this app, hopefully we're going to be able to break those stereotypes and just have people, mingle together and get together more.
Yeah, let's think stereotypes, are there since, Rainman, perhaps? So, yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's very a great project, so yeah. Wow.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are you, in general, thinking about the modern movie industry? Do you like modern movies?
It depends on what you mean with modern movies. Do you mean like the blockbusters, Spider-Man and all that? Or
the blockbusters, yeah.
I love them.
Ah.
Oh my God, I love them. It's one of my major goals that I end up scoring Spider-Man or Wonder Woman or one of these movies. I feel there's so much excitement, and the fact that it's really like widely popular all over the world. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it's just very exciting for me. You can play so much music and so many genres and so many instruments in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, so your dream project would be to score one of the Marvel movies?
Yes.
Great.
It's not a dream, it's a goal.
Mm-hmm. Okay then, good luck.
Thank you.
And what is your favorite movie of all times?
It's The Grey. Mm-hmm. It's not very known, by Liam Neeson. The music is by Mark Streitenfeld. I even have a tattoo of the wolf because I feel that it's my, the alpha wolf is my spirit animal. Mm-hmm. And I can literally see this movie every 3 days or 4 days without getting bored. I feel it has a very strong message about not giving up and just doing things on your own, not waiting for anyone or even not like any entity or divine entity to provide you what you need. Like, you always have to go after what you want. So it's a very inspiring movie.
I have to watch it.
Please do. You're going to love it.
Oh, yeah. Because I like wolves also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially the last... one of the last scores from James Horner, Wolf Totem.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I love that movie, and so it's so sad. So yeah,
I know.
if you like wolves and
I'll check
people,
it out. Yeah.
yeah, what can you tell about your current or next projects?
So right now I'm negotiating a few projects. One of them is a major movie by a major novelist. I can't say who yet. There's another movie that is going to be on Netflix and along with TV series. The TV series talks about a bunch of guys doing adventures together, and I feel like it carries a very strong message about racism and discrimination, especially in these times. Like I feel this is what we need really right now.
Oh yeah.
I just got done with a project where we launched a two-volume album. It's a guided meditation for a Saudi woman who has disability, and it's the first Arabic guided meditation album, as far as I know. And we're submitting it to the Grammys, and hopefully we get some recognition for that. And yeah, a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully for 2019, a video game, basically, and a horror feature. I'm trying to remember.
Wow. Okay, the Netflix series sounds interesting, so I'll keep my eyes open. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very great problem these days. Yeah, also
I
in
know,
Germany,
right?
and so yeah.
I know. I post, like, I'm very active on social media, so most of the times I'm like posting on what I'm working on right now, and I post like snippets of behind the scenes and creating the music and everything. So hopefully it's like an exciting content for people to follow.
We are. Yeah, before the end, I call 5 terms, and you tell me what comes to your mind.
Okay.
Film music.
Film music. Oh, passion, love, long hours. I don't know if I'm answering your question right. Like this is what first comes to my mind.
That's perfect. So yeah, orchestra.
Oh my God, orchestra. Talent, insanity, harmony, again, passion.
Favorite meal.
Favorite meal. Oh, I'm such a foodie. The thing is, I love everything. I love all food. But my favorite meal would be, I think, Chinese cashew chicken.
And Hollywood.
Hollywood, contradictions, perseverance. Yeah, never say no, never take no as an answer.
Yeah, and the last, hobbies.
Hobbies. A thing I need to work on because I don't seem to have so many hobbies. So I would like to have, like, I would like to start maybe learning tennis, or, I hike often, but, with long hours and working a lot, I'm not being able to have time for that. So I need to just like take a chunk of my time a day and develop my hobbies.
Yeah. Great. Thank you very much. And yeah, that
Thank you.
was it. And
That
so,
was so much fun, and thank you so much for approaching me and getting in touch with me. I look forward to having more interviews, and please do come over, call me when you're in LA so that we can meet in person and go for lunch.
yeah, that would be great. And so, well, you could also come to Germany. Well, we have a festival every year, called Soundtrack Cologne in Cologne. It's a kind of it feels like a family meeting with a lot of composers and panels and yeah, a lot of informations. So
Oh, wow. In Germany.
yeah,
I'll look it up, definitely. I'll look it up.
it's every August, around the when was it this year? Well, the kind of a last week in August. So yeah,
Okay, I'll look it up and I'll definitely, hopefully join you.
really great. And yeah, to LA, I plan to come around 2020. So yeah,
Wow,
hopefully
okay.
with better politics in your country.
Thank you so much.
And in mine.
I know.
Yeah, we have our choice is made on Sunday, so we hope that the white ring don't come to
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
we have problems in Germany too, a lot. So,
As long as you guys are safe, right?
yeah, that's
That's important. Yeah, that's the
Mhm.
most important thing.
So yeah, we try to.
I
And
know.
so, and so yeah, I wish you a very great day, and yeah, good luck with all your projects, and yeah, about new
Thank
projects
you.
you want to talk about. Yeah,
I'll
me know.
let you know once I can announce them. I'll definitely let you know. We'll stay in touch.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again for such an amazing interview. You just like make the person feel so comfortable. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you too. And so yeah,
Sure.
talk
Okay.
to you
We'll
soon.
stay in touch. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.